Oswego, Oregon, a Little League that was here back in 2007. So what are we watching? The age range is 10 to 12, but everyone here pretty much is 12 with the exception of a handful of 11-year-olds. 6-inning games, 225-foot fences, and every player on every team plays in every ball game. Day one was a whole lot of fun yesterday, welcoming back this event for the first time since Louisiana won it all in 2019. It started with Honolulu, Hawaii, a recent champion who got a win over Connecticut. And then how about an 8-inning game? And the boys from Hamilton, Ohio walked it off against Tennessee. We had dueling no-hitters for a while in that game. And then Hastings, Nebraska, led by Hunter Nepples in Nebraska's second ever trip as a state to Williamsport. And then in the nightcap, Torrance, California, they brought the bats. They took down New Hampshire to close out the day. So 8 teams were in action yesterday, and we have 8 teams in the Hank Aaron bracket. We've got the 8 other teams in the Tom Seaver bracket. All U.S. teams this year, no international squads due to COVID mitigation. 2 are going to emerge from each side of the bracket. With all that, we say hello and thanks for joining us alongside Kyle Peterson, Xavier Scruggs, Sebastian Salazar down on the field, Mike Monaco with you. And KP, you've been here for a while, and boy, it was fun to have it back yesterday.
Oh, man, it was awesome. I mean, you realize how much you miss something when it's gone. And last year, just the impact it has on the kids and the community and everything else. And understandably, it's a little bit different this year, but man, it's good to have it back.
Yeah, and it's almost like the kids haven't missed a beat. They're enjoying the atmosphere. The energy is up, the fan energy, the families. And these kids are so much better than I was when I was 11 and 12 years old.
Well, let's talk about that, because Pennsylvania, in this first game we're going to see here today, X, they've got a top 4 in their lineup that is really good.
Yes, the definition of dangerous is the top 4 in this lineup. All these guys do is hit. They know how to swing the bat so well. And look at them. They know how good they are. You talk about 1 through 4. They know how to drive in runs. They know how to go gap to gap. And their approach at the plate is so balanced and so patient.
No smiles in sight from those guys. That is a focused look from those Pennsylvania boys. And KP, they're going up against the Oregon starting pitcher, Ben Robertson,
who was great in regionals. I mean, Ben Robertson punched out 15 guys, but I think the more impressive number of what he did during regionals is the walk number. How about 15 strikeouts and 1 walk for the right-hander? So Ben Robertson has his hands full, which you know is going to happen when you come to the Little League World Series, but he has been as good as anybody on the mound this year for Oregon.
He will lead us into the first.
That because in 2015, when the team from Lewisburg ran through the U.S. bracket and made it to the international final, there were tens of thousands of fans supporting them up on the hill at Lomity. That same enthusiasm we expect today from the folks from Upper Providence.
All about Hooks today.
Sebastian, I think when the guy next to you heard you saying that, I think he was saying, yes, there is a home field advantage for these Pennsylvania boys who are technically from Oaks, but from a bunch of different towns around the area, Upper Providence Little League. And they are vocal, getting set for this one. The city profile outside of Philly, a small town, unincorporated, technically, again, Oaks. And they are named after the canal designer Thomas Oaks. And let's meet the kids from Pennsylvania.
My name is Matthew Strom, and my favorite food is Kenny Burgers.
My name is Jude Schubert, and my favorite baseball player is Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
My name is Jalen Bowman, and my favorite emoji is the muscle emoji.
My name is Ryan McVeigh, and my favorite actor is Kevin Hart.
Hi, my name is Carter Bunn, and my favorite emoji is the rolling eyes.
My name is Aidan Ludwig, and my favorite baseball player is Mike Trout.
My name is Sean Kenny, and my favorite food is the Kenny Burger.
My name is Josh Straminsky, and my favorite baseball player is Aaron Judge.
My name is Timmy Burns, and my favorite subject is math.
My name is Cooper Federa. My favorite team is the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm Sam Buckley, and my favorite rapper is Lil Uzi.
My name is Jack Rambo, and my favorite actor is Will Ferrell.
My name is Thomas Sergio, and my favorite emoji is the sunglass emoji.
My name is Blaise DeSanto, and my favorite food is watermelon.
And if you're wondering about Kenny Burgers, fear not. We will learn much more about that delicious food as this telecast goes on, as Pennsylvania brings the bats up. Here in the top of the first, we told you how fearsome that top 4 is, and they go up against the 12-year-old right-hander, Ben Robertson.
This guy's hands full today, boys. Favorite food, salmon. I wonder if we're doing any of that up the hill at the Grove this week.
I hope so.
Yeah, but for the right-hander, this is that lineup, and X talked about the first 4. If you can figure out a way to get through those first 4 and limit the damage, then it gets a little bit easier for Ben on the mound. But he's been great so far in this regional run to help get Lake Oswego to this point.
As you heard from Sebastian, it's not full capacity, but don't tell that to these fans on both sides as we get ready for day 2 at the Little League World Series down here at Volunteer Stadium. And off we go with the first pitch from Robertson to Pennsylvania's pitcher, Jalen Bowman. X, you saw these guys in the regionals, and I know you were really impressed with Jalen.
Yeah, Jalen Bowman, as he gets out of the way of that one. He's a kid that's so athletic. Doesn't matter what position he's playing. Shortstop, pitching. You see it in the base running. And he knows how to handle the bat as well. He does a great job of leading off for this squad.
And he is always chopping on that gum, whether he's on the mound or in the box.
Yeah, definitely a guy that knows how to throw a few pieces and just chew them as long as possible and then throw in some more. Big league chew, bubblicious. It doesn't matter.
You'll see bubbles mid-pitch from him, perhaps. 3-1.
Guys, I know the reason that I'm here is for really important journalism like this. I was talking to Jalen's dad, Martin, about the bubblegum obsession.
As Jalen rips it on the ground, and it rolls all the way to the left center field wall. And he's got the gum obsession, and he's got a leadoff double, Sebastian.
My man can do it all, can he, huh? Now, I was told Mom buys it all, and if there's any type of sponsorship opportunities out there, it is Double Bubble. That's his go-to brand.
NIL, starting young. I like it.
Double Bubble for a good reason. He starts this game off with a big double, going straight in the gap. Look at hands getting through the baseball. He's still chewing. And check out Dad. He is pumped already.
And now Sam Buckley grounds one to third. Beckett Hare made the play, and then Jalen Bowman took off for third.
So we were talking before the game just about the defense that we saw yesterday, and here it is right here, because off the bat it looks like this ball's out in the left field. Beckett Hare over at third base. If the glove is an inch shorter, this ball gets into left field, but gloved it, gets the first out, and good base running by Jalen Bowman to go from second to third on the throw.
Brings up Tommy Sergio, the third baseman for Pennsylvania, taking strike one from Robertson. Tommy Sergio is the self-described ladies' man of the team. At one point he had a mullet working, and he told us this week, the mullet has all the powers.
And power is what this kid has. I've seen him drive some baseballs in that regional. He's a kid that knows how to take advantage of mistakes up in the zone and doesn't miss.
Takes a two-strike pitch down and away. Another guy who can pick it. KP, you were talking about the defense. What you saw in that Ohio-Tennessee game was awesome. Incredible defense.
Just in the first inning.
Cut on and missed, and Robertson piles up another strikeout, and there's two away. All right, so the champion and the runner-up out of every region in the U.S. is here in Pennsylvania. They're the Mid-Atlantic champions. You see, they went 4-0, and they had to come out of the losers bracket before that in the state tournament. So you factor that in, this team has won 9 games in a row. Brings up Aidan Ludwig, the right fielder from the cleanup spot.
Robertson's not afraid to throw that breaking ball. Threw it the first pitch of the game. Now here throws it the first pitch of the at-bat to Aidan Ludwig.
Left side. Drew Corey off the bubble, has no throw, and Pennsylvania strikes first.
And credit Ludwig for putting the ball in play. Sharply hit ball to shortstop. Corey, a tough play to make. Just the glove was turned over on the wrong side. Should have turned it up because it was coming toward his chest. He'll learn from that and get better on the next ball that's like that. But big run coming across for Pennsylvania right there.
Ludwig hiding a smile over there as he gets Pennsylvania out in front. Upper Providence Little League squaring off with Lake Oswego. All right, so now the left fielder for Pennsylvania, Blaze DeSanto, guy who plays some football as well. 0-2.
Kyle, there we go. We see that curveball, that off-speed pitch. That's one pitch that Pennsylvania is going to have to make an adjustment early on because he's getting a lot of swing and misses.
He's going to see. They're going to see a lot of them too. I mean, you can see how comfortable he is throwing it. He's had the ability to land it and throw it within the strike zone. Always amazes me. Kids at this age, their ability to control a breaking ball when they were 12.
X, you already said these kids are way better than you were at 11 or 12.
Way better. But the big thing will for them just continuing to get better.
Good job staying alive there by DeSanto.
And I think that's one thing you hear about so much from the families, how much these kids love to work. They love to just continue to get better every single day and really perfect their craft.
You hear from the families as well about
Sturgeon, and my favorite food is Chipotle.
My name is Jackson Kaler, and my favorite MLB team are the San Francisco Giants.
My name is Nate Cook, and my favorite actor is Kevin Hart.
My name is Ryan Warhank, and my favorite band is AC/DC.
My name is Ethan Euchre. My favorite movie is Space Jam, the original.
My name is Kel Vandehay. My favorite sports team is the Los Angeles Angels.
My name is Becca Hare, and my favorite baseball player is Madison Bumgarner.
My name is Luke Smith, and my favorite team is the Seattle Mariners.
My name is Ben Robertson, and my favorite food is smoked salmon.
There they are, the runners-up out of the Northwest region. And now here in Williamsport, and now facing the guy who led off this game with that double to the wall in left center, Jalen Bowman.
Yeah, we talked a lot about Jalen and just his athleticism. The one thing I saw during the regional is his ability to command all of his pitches, and he likes to get weak contact early.
He can swing the bat, I'll tell you that, because that's the swing to start this game off was perfect.
He looks mighty comfortable getting set to toe the rubber here in the bottom of the first. He's going to face the leadoff hitter for Oregon, their right fielder, Ellis Bain, who is an 11-year-old, and he is the youngest player here in Williamsport. He was born in 2010. A couple of weeks removed from that 11th birthday, and he takes strike two.
Special talent, something KP knows about, grilling some steaks, huh?
Oh boy, let's go get it, starting young.
0-2 pitch to him, and he rolls it towards short. This is Sam Buckley. He's got a big arm, and there's one down.
Nice job of Sam Buckley coming up and getting this ball throw going towards first base, keeping that momentum going that way. Strong throw to first base. That's textbook right there.
I want to see that arm on the mound, because when he comes across and lets it go from shortstop, I mean, it's a little bit longer. It kind of looks like a pitcher's move over to first base, but it's got a little zip behind it.
Brings up one of the leaders of this Oregon team, Chase Kelly. He's a guy we'll see on the mound here in Williamsport as well, but he's at first base today. 12-year-old who had a really good regional for this Oregon squad. 0-2. I told you Ben Robertson likes his salmon. Chase says for good luck he eats salmon the night before every game. It's a high-quality diet he's got working.
Play a lot of games in the summer. That's not a cheap meal plan during the course of the summer.
Bowman's got his first strikeout, and there's two down.
So what do we got? 6 pitches, 6 strikes so far. He hasn't thrown a ball yet, and this time gets into a plus count. Watch location. Elevate that fastball, get it to a point that even if you get a swing, nothing can be done. I love the early approach from Jalen out there. Gets into that plus count. Tries to see if the hitter will chase. That time Chase Kelly did just that.
As we often try to follow, why use more words when you can just use one? Deliciousness.
Yeah, that's explains it as well as you possibly could right there. Just
all I know is if I leave here without a Kenny burger, something is wrong with me. I need to get one of those.
Dan is the mastermind, the chef extraordinaire. How great is that sign? Let's go down to Sebastian with more.
Yeah, I spoke to the man behind the Kenny Burger, Sean's dad, Daniel. Now, he told me, you don't get a Kenny Burger for any old thing. You got to basically hang a banner to get a Kenny Burger. And this team hasn't actually been able to eat their Kenny Burgers from winning regionals. So he said, listen, man, he's got the flat top grill. He's got everything he needs. And he's glad to cook one up for X, for KP, for whoever up in the booth. Mike, you need one. As long as we can then get the burgers to the kids. So, KP, you're a pretty heavy hitter around here. See what you can do.
I'm on that, but how about this? The only guy that's going to make this play is a left-handed first baseman. If it's a right-handed first baseman, the throw's going to be a lot tougher. Go get it, Chase Kelly. Watch this. Sprints in, goes down to a knee, all in one move, spins, barehands it, and gets him by a half step. Nothing to it.
Textbook. How about the footwork, too, from second baseman Cole Sturgeon?
Yeah. He stays inside the line. That was well done.
So one away for Ben Robertson, the Oregon starting pitcher. And Jack Straminsky comes up here to bat for Pennsylvania and lofts the first one foul.
And going back to that last bunt play, defensively, that's one of those plays you practice so much during the summer, and you just get upset because it's one of those boring things you always practice over and over again, but it's so much more magnified now here at the Little League World Series.
Nothing at 2 on Straminsky. Loves his Soldier Boy and says his favorite athlete is Aaron Judge. Favorite team, the Yankees. 0-2.
KP was bumping some Soldier Boy earlier today.
I thought that's what I heard.
No,
that was me.
He had that on the rotation.
You got it. I pick a different walk-up song every day for myself, and then I just play it as I'm walking into the booth. It really helps me get ready. Today was Lionel, actually. Just get you in the right mood.
In Williamsport, producer Scott Gustafson is famous for his music choices.
He's famous for a lot of things.
Robertson's got a strikeout. There's 2 away. Catch all the excitement from the Little League Baseball World Series tournament and visit the first ever virtual fan zone experience. Visit littleleague.org/fanzone. All right, so now we're going to get back-to-back pinch hitters here for this Upper Providence Little League team from Pennsylvania. They've got the early lead, so that's how they elect to play it the first time through the order. And the batter here is Ryan McVeigh, swinging through strike 1. He got asked if he has a special talent, and he said, forgetting and losing things.
I'm with you, buddy.
I'm all about that, though. When I was 11 and 12 years old, I was always leaving my equipment.
Yeah, well, we can't forget the mandatory play rule. It's everyone on every team is going to play, and for rosters of these sizes for both these teams, that means you got to get an at-bat. And thanks to Carl Ravitch, if you get aboard, you got to stay in the run, too.
There's a lot of safety-related rules that Little League has that are great, but that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
If you're on the club, man, you're getting in a bat and you're going to play.
Well, look at Robertson. He has set down 4 in a row. He snaps off another one, and he has punched out 4. Count them up. Any of the starters are going to play the first half. Steve Levy, Brian Greasy, and Lewis Riddick have the call. Lisa Salters down on the field. Our coverage begins at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, with a special edition of Monday Night Countdown. We are at Volunteer Stadium here in South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. We've got the first of 4 games today, the first 3 right here on ESPN. The nightcap coming on ESPN2. And Oregon bats here in the bottom of the second against Jalen Bowman. Ethan Euchre is the batter. He's the catcher for this Oregon squad. And he said he always gets asked if he's related to Bob Euchre, and the answer is no. After the first ball that Bowman threw, after a strike full first, he comes back with another strike here.
KP, did you see the awareness of Bowman to take a step back off the mound after that ball that was way overthrown and relax, take a deep breath, and get back to work?
He's going to fill the spot, too.
Hold on. I love this. It was like he was catching. It was like he was catching and he had to get rid of the mask. Did you see that? Watch this fly ball. He takes his hat and tosses it sideways. I don't need this. We're good. No, don't need it. And I just knocked something over in the booth. 1-0 me.
But did you see the hat was blocking his vision for a second, the way it was tilted down?
I love that.
Had to get it out of the way.
Just the presence of mind. He's like, nope.
Well, it is tilted down. I mean, you can't obstruct the vision. Nice play, but Crew Corey gets aboard here as Tommy Sergio made a great effort coming in from third.
Way to get us going, buddy. Here you go.
All right, gentlemen up in the booth, y'all tell me how important the dynamic between a pitcher and a catcher is, but I'm assuming it's a pretty big deal. So how about this chemistry that there is between Jalen Bowman and Sean Kenny? They go way back. I mean, way back. These two were in the same daycare. They started on the same day at 8 weeks old. They've been best friends ever since. There's 4 kids actually that were at the Malvern School. That's the name of this daycare that are on this team. I said, Dad, what was in the water? He said, forget the water. What was in the graham crackers?
That's so awesome right there. And that just tells you about those relationships that you have with kids at that age. Some of those bonds you'll just never lose.
Well, Crew Corey moved up, and Ezra Carlston, the left fielder for Oregon, he's the batter here with Oregon trying to tie this game up. A Tatis fan like so many here in Williamsport.
How about the fact that these kids in 2 days will get a chance to sit in the stands and watch Shohei Ohtani play? I mean, there's so many experiences here that you never forget, but the Big League, Little League Classic that they play is awesome.
Carlston shoots one the opposite way, and they will stop Corey at third, and Oregon's got him on the corners.
Carlston hit this ball so hard toward first base. Burns almost took a step toward first, thinking maybe Bunn was going in the hole to get this. Look how hard he hit this thing. Stays inside the baseball with his upper body and lower body, drives it to right. Now you got men on first and third. Only 1 out situation where you can sack fly, stay up the middle. Looking to stay out of the double play, get something to the outfield here.
Bowman steps off again to gather himself in this spot here on the bump for Pennsylvania, facing Beckett Hare, the third baseman for Oregon. And nothing on yet with the first and third scenario.
I think the one thing you notice about Oregon is they're starting to see Bowman is going to throw a lot of strikes. So let's try to be aggressive early in the count, try to put the ball in play.
Beckett was swinging. Oh-2 pitch. That is strike 3 called, and a punch out for Bowman for out number 2.
So if there's a time and a mound when you really need a strikeout, it's this one. You got runners on first and third, 1 out. Hard ground ball, potentially a double play, but the punch out keeps the runners right there. Actually, he's got a little cut on that fastball when he goes through it. I think it's just a normal action when he comes through. That ball cuts away from a right-hander a little bit. Locked up back at Hare. Second strikeout of the game for Jalen Bowman.
Yeah, I was going to say that has some late life right there. And for the hitter, that's got to be tough to see early out of the hand.
Well, Cole Sturgeon sees this one for ball 1 from Bowman. Sturgeon, the second baseman for Oregon, a 12-year-old whose nickname is Mighty Mouse. One-0 pitch. Grabs the inside edge.
We see Sergio over there at third base starting to creep in the middle of the delivery for Bowman. He's looking for some soft contact over to third or a bunt over there as well.
On the ground to Sergio. He gobbles and he retires Sturgeon. And Jalen Bowman dances around some danger.
Going on contact. Atta boy! Get through, Aidan! Come on! Dig! Yeah!
You gotta love having the sound on the managers and coaches, the umpires. That's a big part of this here in Williamsport.
Yeah, one thing I picked up there, going on contact, for those of the people listening that don't understand, that's as soon as that ball touches the barrel, you're off of third base and headed home.
Well, Pennsylvania ran its way into the first run of this game. They scored right away in the top of the first. They lead 1-0 on Oregon as we start the third. And this is 9-1-2 for Pennsylvania, starting with the second baseman Carter Bunn with a great nickname. Facing Ben Robertson, and Bunn pops this one up left side. Crew Corey with a good shortstop name makes the play.
Corey, knowing he has priority in the infield at shortstop, immediately calling it. Loud communication, that's so important, especially at this age. And as they continue to play and develop, stands will get much louder.
I feel like we did a building block on that. Well, by we, I mean you.
I was going to say we might be a little liberal.
Good point.
What a fun day that was with Team Hawaii.
Yeah, because you've been coaching them up, but you were saying Hawaii didn't need a whole lot of help, right?
Yeah, that's the thing, is we did the building blocks, and I'm trying to tell them what to do. They're like, X, we already got this. We've been doing this.
Jalen Bowman might fit in that same category. He stings another one, but Beckett Hare scoops it up for out number 2.
So you'll see some of these building blocks during the course of Little League World Series, and it's always fun to hang with the kids that Wednesday, and it's just fundamental stuff. So pop-up priority. X did some base running with them. Robin home runs. All stuff that you got to know.
I want to see the Robin home run.
Yeah. They were 4 for 4.
KP was throwing those ones, so if there was any bad throws, you can blame that on KP.
That's a home run. That's right. Brings up Sam Buckley. This is quite a performance here from Ben Robertson. Getting ahead of Buckley, who grounded to third his first time. 10 straight batters. It's been a first pitch strike for Ben Robertson. That's important at any level.
Yeah. Yeah. But especially when, I mean, on the other side, you know the offense that you're facing. I mean, you know how good this 1, 2, 3, 4 has been, and he's been pumping strikes.
He gets another ground ball, and Crew Corey slings it over and safe as Buckley beat it out.
We might have another look at this one, but Corey, see this replay here. Great stretch by Kelly over there at first base. That's a bang play right there. That's a tough one.
I thought he was safe when they ran at full speed. Slow it down, and they just got him, I think. I think they got him by about a spike. So if this one's challenged, I would think it's overturned.
And I love the job that Kelly does over there, making sure he keeps that foot on the base. That's first and foremost while stretching. And a lot of times you'll see first basemen stretch a little too early at the younger age, but he stretches at the perfect time and is able to secure the catch there.
Well, there is video replay here at the Little League World Series going back to 2008. So Patrick Griffin, our home plate umpire, is going to have another look. Managers get 2 challenges. If you get it right, you keep them. And if we go extras, you get an extra. And it encompasses pretty much everything, including the final play of every game gets automatically reviewed. Out is the call. So a good throw from Corey, and as X told you.
We're talking pop-up priority today. We're going to get a pop-up. We got to understand that outfield has priority over first base. Second base has priority over first base, and outfielder has priority over both of them. So we got to be loud and call the ball when it's up in the air.
I got.
Nice job, fellas. The big thing here is being loud and communicating. That way you secure the out.
Yeah, we see the communication is such a key, especially when you have big moments like this in the Little League World Series. We see the ball is called early at its highest point. That way everybody knows who's got the priority and who's going to make the catch. And check out my man's flow in there.
Crew Corey's got it all going on. The shortstop for this Lake Oswego, Oregon team. Xavier Scruggs, Kyle Peterson, Sebastian Salazar is roaming around. Mike Monaco, our entire crew with you as this inning starts with a bunt bid. And what a play by Sean Kenny. Throwing a dart to first to retire Luke Smith.
He's the only guy that can make that play. I mean, the only chance they have at an outrider is if you're catching Sean Kenny gets out. How about the bare hand?
That was what was most impressive. He came out, helmet down, bare hands this thing. The Kenny Burgers are not holding that kid back whatsoever.
No. Whatever he's eating, keep doing it.
The graham crackers at 8 weeks old in daycare. He's got it all going. Lineup turns over here for Oregon with one away and nobody aboard for the young Ellis Bain, who grounded to short his first time.
He might be eating the plant-based for the nutrition because he moves so quick out of that backstop.
I walk right past that aisle usually.
1-1. Grounded foul.
Gentlemen, we told you earlier in the broadcast about the 2.5-hour drive the folks from Upper Providence had to make to get here. A little bit more of an odyssey for the parents from Lake Oswego. KP, I know this will shock you because you do the charter jet thing, but there are no direct flights as of yet from Portland to Williamsport. So here's an example of what it took to get here. You got a flight out of PDX, Portland Airport. They went to Seattle. Then, you don't have a lot of flight options because you're booking late. They take a red eye to BWI. That's Baltimore Washington Airport. That's still 3-hour drive from here, so about 24 hours of total travel for the folks from Oregon. They are rolling over 100 deep, and they all said it was well worth it to be here for what they called was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, no doubt. And you check out, Sebastian, where these teams come from. And the U.S. regional pools, again, there are 8 regions, and we've got 2 out of each one to make up the 16 here in Williamsport.
And that travel, that reminded me of some of those long minor league travel days, especially in the Pacific Coast League, man. Getting up at 3, 4 in the morning, long trip to the West Coast from Memphis or New Orleans, and then driving to wherever you got to go. But the good thing is when you get to the big leagues, you can charter like KP.
Where is this coming from? I missed it on the way out, I'll tell you that.
Sebastian, he's coming out with some zingers.
Yeah, you guys, I have feelings. You guys should think about being a little more nice to me.
Well, after Bain got aboard on a ball on the ground to short, now Chase Kelly does the same. And Oregon, again, has 2 aboard here now in the 3rd.
Now, I've seen a lot of Sergio over at third base. But check out this swing. That's up in the zone. Such a pitcher that so many pitchers are going to now. Trying to blow it by hitters. Sergio barely gets a piece of glove on it. Trickles off. But nice piece of hitting there by Kelly.
And so 2 on for Ben Robertson, Oregon's pitcher, out of the 3 spot. Ben at regionals, he was 8 for 19. He drove in 5, and he drove this one, and he drives in 3. What a shot for Ben Robertson, and Oregon vaults in front.
I mean, you heard that crack off the bat. That was one of the loudest sounds I've heard since I've been here. My man backspun that ball to left center over the head of the left fielder, DeSanto. And we get another look. Leg kick up, puts the foot down. Barrel finishes up through the zone. He knows bat flip. Look at my man's reaction. He's flying around the bases. That's a huge 3-run homer right there.
That swing from Ben Robertson.
My man just dropped the barrel on it and then finished high on that bad boy. He smashed that ball.
And you can't wipe away the smile after that.
No, you're not going to wipe it away tonight. You're not going to wipe it away tomorrow. And he's been great on the mound so far.
Well, Jalen Bowman trying to come back here. 2 balls and no strikes on Oregon's cleanup man and catcher Ethan Euchre. Takes a strike there from Bowman. This Oregon team in the regional tournament in the Northwest, they lost their first game. They lost to Washington, and then they won 3 straight elimination games, and they've got the lead here in the 3rd. There's now 2 outs as Euchre grounds out to Carter Bond.
He gets himself back to the point of throwing strikes right away. That's what I love, is give up the home run. Still plenty of time here. Now he comes back, gets a ground ball right at him.
Ben Robertson is still showing his teammates what
How far he hit it?
Reenactment in there.
Do you see how far that went? That was me that did it.
First pitch swinging here from Crew Corey, and it lands harmlessly foul.
I mean, that first home run in the Little League World Series, that has to be such a great feeling. And I remember, you know, hitting my first home run ever in Little League and just always wanting to hold on to the ball, you know, take it, put it on my pillow while I go to sleep, you know, take it to school. Like, you never forget the first one.
No. I could still walk you to the field in Valley, Nebraska. I could probably walk you there because after that, I think I hit one more in my entire life. So it's really easy to remember.
My friends back in Cohasset, Massachusetts, they still give me a hard time for no home runs over the fence.
I think you only had 2 less than I did. So.
X, you gotta carry the weight here.
Win that one.
I hope so. But it's crazy too when you're in Little League, you practice and you can hit them over the fence in practice, but when it comes down to the game, that's when it's the toughest time to do it. It's such a big moment right there for Oregon.
X, that first ball, did your grandfather ever give it back to you? Didn't he throw it back?
He threw it back. My first home run in All-Stars, he threw the ball back on the field.
Really?
Yes.
This is outstanding.
It's not outstanding because the umpire picked the ball up, and I don't know which ball I have now. He gave me a ball, but I don't know if it was the real thing.
Where are the authenticators?
That's what I'm saying. At least you know the home run Major League is authenticated. I don't know if my first Little League home run is the real thing.
One, two. I think Ben Robertson's going to hang on to his for a very long time. That'll give a jolt to a dugout. Two and two. It's a good AB here from Crew Corey. Got aboard with a bunt bid his last time in the 2nd. 8th pitch. And a full count. Patrick Griffin says, come on back. Crew is all smiles.
You know his favorite subject wasn't math.
Look, you spoil a lot of pitches. Feels like you've been up there a while. Now he rolls one to second. Carter Bund ends the inning, but the big fly for Oregon, X.
Guys, let me take you back to this swing right here. The lay kick, slow, laid down. Look at the barrel getting through the zone. My man watching it. One flap down. He's getting around the bases. He knows how big that home run is.
Yeah, are they working on X, your social media right there?
Was that TikTok or Instagram? Which one was that? Because if they're over there making TikToks and Instagram reels without me, I'm getting down there.
I'm old.
As Tim Kirkchin said to us in the first game yesterday, I looked at Twitter and he said, that's never a good idea.
Yes.
All right, so Pennsylvania's down a deuce in the fourth, but this is the heart of their lineup, Tommy Sergio, the third baseman who's facing Ben Robertson for the second time.
KP, what is that pitch right there? That thing is moving slow. That thing is, I can't tell if it's a curve, slurve, slider.
I think it's his curveball. He threw it the first pitch of the game. So if you're going to throw that the first pitch of the game, you know he believes in it, he has confidence in it, and that's what he's got most of his swing and miss on today.
I got to believe as a hitter, especially for Pennsylvania, seeing so many aces and hard throwers, that's got to be tough for them to time up.
Sergio trying to do just that, and he rolls the 2-2 foul.
So to that point, like I've heard a lot of hitters say I'd rather face a guy that throws hard just because I got a better idea what's coming, as opposed to the guy that can change speeds and move it around. What were you like with that? What was it like to face a guy like this? He can spin it when he wants to.
This would be one of the tougher guys for me to face. I would rather face that four seam, something hard in the zone, because I'm used to seeing that and I'm practicing that more off the machine.
Sergio lifts this one in foul ground and out of play.
And you mix in a guy with some good off speed who can command it well and keep it down in the zone. That makes it that much tougher for me as a hitter, and I'm more apt to chase a little bit more those pitches down in the zone.
Robertson's been getting ground balls. He's got some strikeouts. And he gets another ground ball here. Crew Corey out on the grass. And Sergio's aboard to start the fourth for Pennsylvania. Let's go to Sebastian with today's family interview brought to you by Greenlight.
We got Ben Robertson's parents, Cecilia, Scott. We got his brother, Adam, as well. All right. Your son hits a home run in the Little League World Series. Man, what's going through your mind?
I'm just happy for him. I mean, they worked so hard to get here. It's such an honor to be here. It's awesome to see him, do well and having fun.
You hear the ping of that bat, you see it go over the fence. What are you feeling?
Amazing. He's been in a little bit of a slump, so we're super happy to see him hit one out again.
Now, he's pitching and he's hitting. Which one's more nerve-wracking for you as a mom?
Oh, pitching, absolutely.
Yeah. And you tell me he plays goalie in soccer. What's he trying to do, put you in a hospital?
Pretty much.
All right, brother Adam, you told me he's a really, really good goalie. What sport do you think he'll end up choosing?
I'm going to say baseball, because if he's hitting home runs like that, he's not scoring goals in soccer. He's getting more attention in baseball. He's choosing baseball.
There you go. The brother always knows best, guys. Back up to you.
Love it. Absolutely love it. He's got the soccer. His brother clearly has got the soccer going as well, but Ben's a big Yadier Molina fan.
And Yadier Molina, somebody that I got a chance to play with. What a leader for the St. Louis Cardinals. Somebody that just leads by example every single time out there on the field.
Well, Aidan Ludwig strokes this one into left center, and he scores Jack Straminsky. And this is a one-run ball game. Here comes Pennsylvania.
All right, so how about using the backside of the field right here? But watch the shortstop just before. Movement started going to third base. Maybe guess and see a pitch location. Momentum taking you just a little bit away. And then Crew Corey, and you can see that move right there. Taking him just away from enough. If he's playing straight up, I'm not sure if he gets there anyway, because that ball was hit right on the barrel. And now this Pennsylvania offense starting to come back alive.
They trail by one. They send up Jack Rambo to hit here in this 5 spot in the lineup.
Yeah, to KP's point, the way that Ludwig was able to let that ball get a little bit deeper, not try to pull that thing, just stayed right through the middle of the field, and that ball took off.
And now the 12-year-old Rambo, who got asked if he has a special talent, he said no, but I'm good at getting on my brother's nerves.
Talent that I'm sure the entire family appreciates.
Spoken like a father. 1-2.
Yeah, that's something you take pride in too. Having a younger brother, I know it's important to find a way to get on his nerves, whether it be video games, whether it be any competition outside. Whatever you can do to get on your brother's nerves, that's an added bonus.
1-2. Rambo on the ground. Robertson collects. He goes to second, and Corey tried to get the throw over to first, and they'll settle for one.
Robertson going and getting the force out over there at second base shows the athleticism, getting off the mound and then firing a strike to Corey over there at second base to get the lead runner. You see him jump off the mound, quick transfer, and a strike over there to second base.
Those were not boos now as Ben Robertson gets ready to face Cooper Fanero. 12-year-old batting for the first time. Guy who their coaching staff, their manager Ben Ludwig says he might have the highest IQ on the team, but he's a goofball too. Oh, 1. Tugged foul.
Some Coop fans out there holding up the Coop sign. You know you're big time when you got a sign out there in the stands.
4 of them. Pulled on the ground and hard into right field. Rambo stops at second, and the tying run is in scoring position.
That's why Coop is up there. Just doesn't matter what it takes. Get the runner over in scoring position. We see him head down on the baseball. Another looking fastball away, just drives it through. No chance for Sturgeon over there at second base. That ball's hit way too hard.
Excellent job, Sam. Really good job. Feel proud of what we did. Okay, let's get Chase in here. Let's. Yeah, it was really good. Really good job. Hey, yeah, you're gonna go to first. Chase is gonna come in. Chaser. So did you locate one and then he missed? He missed.
One that I went every time.
He missed. He's missing out over the plate.
Like 6 or 7 on the ones.
Okay. I don't know. We might. This is gonna put people under the stands here. What do we want to do here? This is gonna get squirrely for us. So hey, here's the deal, buddy. Okay, you ready to go?
Yeah.
So if you don't feel comfortable with the ball, whether it's, if you can't get a grip on it, yeah, but just ask for a new one, okay? All right. This one's already getting wet.
Inning. Get your boys back in the dugout so they can get those sticks.
Said his foot keeps getting caught in the mud. That's resourcefulness right there.
Weather the storm, whatever it takes.
Quite literally. All right, here's Timmy Burns with the rain coming down here at Volunteer Stadium. 2 aboard for Pennsylvania. They trail Oregon by a run in the 4th. This guy's got all sorts of nicknames. They call him Squiddy. They call him Squidward. He can contort his body, as one of the coaches says, as if he has no skeletal structure.
Is that a good thing?
Might help at some point to have a little structure.
Yeah.
Big spot for Chase Kelly. Is 1-1. Changing speeds.
Bringing nightmares back. That back foot slider there to the righty and Burns. That thing has some big movement on it.
One-two pitch on the ground. Kelly secures, goes to third for out number 2, getting the lead runner.
And that was the most important thing in that situation right there.
And he's still getting caught in the mud, he says.
He's getting caught in the mud. It's working pretty well.
You heard Tony Sturgeon when he was out to make the change before we went to the commercial break. He said, hey, if you need a new ball, just swap it out.
I think he said one, if you need one every pitch, maybe a little aggressive.
By the way, no foreign substances allowed at this level either. You do not have the checks after every inning. 2 outs here. First pitch swinging from Jude Schubert, and a nice play by Robertson.
This Michael Roth, now new member of the South Carolina Athletic Hall of Fame, Michael Roth.
Breaking news.
Yeah, how about that timing?
You gotta love these guys, studying the players who have come before them, finding ways to get better, and then arriving here years later on this stage like Chase Kelly has. And his Oregon team is up a run in the bottom of the 4th, and they bat here against Jalen Bowman. Jackson Kaler had come on to catch. He's the batter here for the first time in this game. Couple seconds to spare on the Rice. 1-2. And Bowman's got a strikeout to begin the bottom of the 4th.
It's a little cut fastball again that Jalen Bowman's done such a good job of throwing today. It's got just a little bit of movement. Actually, it's not a lot. It's got just a little. That's the one, too, where if kids are throwing that pitch at this age, it's just the way the baseball comes out of their hand. He's not trying to cut it, just offsets the ball a little bit, gives it just a little bit of movement, makes that fastball that much better.
I look at the ball to strike ratio, 37 strikes, 11 balls. He's finding a way to stay in the strike zone, commanding his pitches. Like you said, even the little cut, knows how to keep that in the middle to the outer third, does such a nice job of being able to get on top of that pitch and throw it for strikes.
He's facing Kel Vandehey here. Blowing the bubbles and getting ahead 0-2.
Check out the grip here, that little cut fastball we see. Great arm action. That thing is whipping through the zone. See the movement. It's just hard to time up for the hitter, hard to barrel up as well.
Feels like that might be coming to Rob Friedman at Pitching Ninja. Seeing that grip.
Hey, I like it. I'm sure Rob will get a few going.
This guy, Jalen Bowman, is mighty impressive. That comes up and in, and did it hit the bat or the hand? The hand for Vandehey to get aboard. This is reviewable.
Looks like he tried to go with that high fastball, just ran in a little bit too much there.
I don't know.
That first replay, like bad.
You think it got him? I thought it was bad too. I was with you.
So again, you can challenge if you want to.
He's still selling it over at first base. That was outstanding.
Let's listen and see what we can hear on this.
Good luck.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one.
I mean, it looks like it hits the bat. I think the question is, does it hit it? I mean, does it clip his hands just before that?
KP, you're saying that he's been selling it down there.
Oh, it's great. He was looking in the dugout going right here. Hit me right in the hand. Right here. Partner, that's not going to help you now.
Well, that's part of the thing that we're ingrained as hitters is you got to sell it and keep selling it in case somebody just sees you, laughing or something, whatever it may be.
Here's the problem. Okay, now with replay, we could sell it 25 years ago. There was no replay, but now they're like, no, we're looking at it. We are looking at what just happened.
And we're seeing it at 15 different angles.
That angle from behind, it sure looks like bad.
Tell you what, Jalen Bowman, he definitely thought it was bad. He was over there looking at the dugout like, did you guys see that, what I saw?
But maybe knuckle first. That's what we call a hedge.
That's right.
The play-by-play guy does.
And that one's always scary, too, as a hitter. You know, ooh.
Yeah,
that one, it looked like
first.
it ricocheted, yeah, right there. That one is always scary as a hitter, too, with your hands. And you commit halfway. You're thinking about swinging at this ball, but then you know last second, you go, yes, yes, yes. No, that's not the one I want to swing at. And it's hard to, you know, protect yourself at that point because you're already committed.
It hit his hand. It hit his hand. That last replay, you can see the ball moves twice. The ball moves twice. It spins, I mean, for a millisecond, it spins a little bit different, but it looked like it hit his knuckle just, but it definitely hit the bat, but it looked like it hit his knuckle.
The three of us guys, we had that all the way.
Yeah, I think I just argued 4 different ways on that. Foul ball, no, it hit him. Foul ball, no, it hit him.
And it hit him.
Told you.
America's been screaming at us for the last 5 minutes. Now we're going to get time called here and a conversation at the mound.
Hey, the number's 50. You did a great job, dude. Hey, what we need now is we're going to get the offense going. Jalen, look at me. We need to play some defense at short. Guys, let's just fight here. Fight for everything, right? Tommy's going to take us home. We're going to get the bats going. Let's make a couple plays here, get out of this inning, we get the bats going. Sound good? All right, Serge, hit the mound. Sam, you're going to go to third. Let's go. Ryan's arms hurt. You're going to third. Get some plays. Yeah. Jay, come here. Yeah. You're up second next inning. We're in this game, right? We told you we do it because of based on numbers, right? You did a great job, kid. Did a great job. And you're going to do a great job again. Make some plays for us now.
You got to love the coaching there in that spot when you're making the pitching change.
Yeah, I love the encouragement there, the motivation, and just understanding that Jalen's a big part of this team, right?
Yeah.
And letting him know that it's important for him to stay in this one mentally, physically, and just be ready because he's coming up to bat. But not only that, he's got to make defensive plays over there at shortstop.
But you have a feeling we're going to see some good ones because just seeing the way that he moves when he's on the base pass and the way they looked on the mound, I would assume that the moves at short look pretty good too.
Well, this is the first game of the day. We've got 4 coming, 3 here on ESPN, the nightcap on ESPN2. And how do we get to this point here in the first game? Ludwig got him going. Bowman scored. That was the game's first run in the first, but then a big swing from Ben Robertson in the third for Oregon.
Yeah, a swing from Ben Robertson. The thing that was most impressive for me is the way that he was able to finish up through that baseball. Sometimes you'll see kids roll over the ball sometimes and not finish their full swing.
Aidan Ludwig had an RBI single to get Pennsylvania back within a run. And now Tommy Sergio takes over on the bump for the kids from Upper Providence Little League.
Right-hander's dad, Tom, was a heck of a player, too. Played at NC State. Pro ball after that, one of the coaches on this Pennsylvania team.
And Tommy's been in some tricky spots already on the road to this point. Back in the regionals in the Mid-Atlantic, he was in a similar bind as he faces Nate Cook, 12-year-old batting here for Oregon in Cole Sturgeon's spot, taking a strike.
Guys, let me tell you a little bit about our guy here, Nate Cook. So he's going through what would be tough on any middle schooler. He's about to move all the way across the country from Oregon to Connecticut. I was talking to his dad, Phil, earlier. He said the toughest part for Nate was just facing the reality that specifically he was not going to play with this group of guys ever again. But since a kind of sad moment has obviously turned happy. He said there's no better way to do it, and that this has really turned into the summer of Nate's life. So making the most of his final moments here with the boys from Oregon.
And he's ripping one to third, Sebastian, and he gets aboard here in the swan song for him with Oregon.
I love how Sebastian was able to highlight, you know, what a special time this is for him. But you talk about turning on a baseball, lighting it up. You see the calm, cool collectedness of his swing here. Puts the great barrel on that, but Buckley over there at third base, that's why they call it hot corner, because that is a hot shot. Watch your lips over there at third.
So 2 on here for Oregon in search of insurance, and now Ryan Warhank is the batter for the first time for Oregon, trying to drop down a bunt.
And just the fact that Buckley was able to get a ball on that and keep that in, or get a glove on that and keep that in the infield, that's huge for them, because that ball gets passed, you never know what happens. Runner could happen to score.
Sergio's 0-1 is a strike, and it's 0-2.
Remember, it didn't rain that hard, but it rained. And that ball is going to zip through that infield a bit quicker than it did about a half hour ago.
A deep breath, and a foul away from Warhank.
And as an infielder, that's a great point, KP. As an infielder, sometimes you'll take a step back knowing that that ball's skidding a little bit faster, it's getting off the ground harder. Take a step back, give yourself more time.
It's going to be a tough play here on the ground, and Warhank reaches, and they are loaded now for Oregon here in the 4th.
You got to credit Warhank for getting himself down the line as well, knowing that this could be a bang-bang play. Now you got bases loaded here. Ball had a little English on it there. Tough. That's going to be a tough ball to barehand, KP.
Yeah, and I think it moved a little bit as he comes in. Watch this. It just zips a little bit the other way. He was going to glove it, and just got too far away. He had to try to barehand, and now bases loaded, 1 out. Oregon turns the lineup over.
What a play back there by Pennsylvania's catcher Sean Kenny on the first pitch to Ellis Bain.
We talked about Kenny's quickness, fleet of foot. He's able to jump up and catch that ball that saves him a run.
1-1. Again, Ellis Bain is the youngest player here in Williamsport. He's one of 16 11-year-olds, and he's the youngest by more than 2 months of everyone here. And the 1-1. It's down low for a ball.
We see the infield is in here. Pennsylvania looking to cut down the run. Most importantly, get that force out at home plate. Stop any more guys from scoring. Minimize the damage in this inning. That's what the job is for Sergio right now.
Tommy Sergio in the regionals, in the championship game, he came out of the bump in the 5th inning. Bases loaded. He got back-to-back strikeouts. He was fired up coming off the mound. And boy, would he love to do the same here. Is 3-1 is called ball 4, and Oregon leads by 2.
This one's close. Definitely caught enough for the plate. Must have just been down and out of the zone.
Definitely a great pitcher spot right there, but credit the patience of Bain, recognizing if he takes there, he's able to get a run for his team.
A reminder on the strike zone at this level, it's from the batter's armpits to the top of the knees when the batter's in a natural stance.
Number 6, Chase Kelly.
So Tommy Sergio trying to respond. Bases still loaded, still 1 out, and now Chase Kelly on a ball blocked by Kenny.
It's good work right there, because that's the pitch. As a catcher, you're not expected to be down in the zone and have to block as a fastball. Not as ready for it. It's quicker getting on you, so it's a lot tougher to get back in that spot. Sean Kenny kept it right in front. Base runners can't go anywhere.
His coach has told us, too, he is an incredible defensive catcher. They joke that the gear might weigh more than he does, but he is technically sound. 1-1. On the ground and into center. 2 runs are in. The throw to third does not get him. Oregon's ahead by 4.
Big swing off the bat of Kelly. You know, infield in, staying through the middle of the field, not trying to do too much, not trying to pull the ball. We see it here, foot down early. Just off the glove of Bunn, it looks like here. That's a hot shot down there to second base. But I love how Kelly sees the ball in front of him, makes sure he gets to second base off the throw from Schubert to third base. That's great base running right there, taking advantage of the throw.
Chase Kelly's barking out instructions too to Ben Robertson, telling him to wait on it. This one goes behind Robertson, and Bain scores. This is a 5-run game, and Oregon pulling away in the 4th.
See this fastball just get away, way over the head of Robertson. And I think this is one of those moments you just got to take a step off the mound, take a deep breath, relax. Don't put extra pressure on yourself. Remember the times that you've been in these types of situations and gotten yourself out of them. That's got to come up right now.
You do need to be careful with this guy. If the 3-run shot to left field is last stop. 4-pitch walk. They're at the corners.
Come on, E, need you here.
We'll get a trip to the mound here, and Pennsylvania is going to have a discussion with their manager, Ben Ludwig.
Look at me, heads up, heads up. Hey guys, Carter, head up, right? You guys got here for a reason, because you're a heck of a baseball team. We've been down more than that on this road in the last couple weeks, right? Look at me. We have Matt and then top of the order coming up next inning. I'm going to bring Aidan in here to settle this down. You're going to go to third. You're going to go to right, all right? But let's battle here, boys, because we have runs in us, okay? Aidan! We have runs in us. Stick with it. Battle for everything. Control your control. Dude, you're going to have more chances here, right? You're our guy. I need you to battle at third base right now, right? Head up, and you're going to do it offensively next inning. Sound good? All right, let's go. Hustle back.
Ben Ludwig oozing action with her Abilene squad against Sammamish, Washington over on ESPN2 in the nightcap. And here at Volunteer Stadium in the first game of the day, Aidan Ludwig takes over for Pennsylvania.
Favorite athlete, Bo Jackson. That's not a bad, that might be one of the best athletes ever seen.
First pitch swinging, and Burns taps the base for out number 2. And no, they say he was off the bag. So a run scores and still only 1 out.
Timmy Burns right here, ball hit to him, and immediately just not quite sure if he wants to go home or go to first. And when he goes back to first, watch the footwork. He kind of straddles it, goes back and still is thinking, okay, do I go home? Don't I go home? Peaks, but just doesn't clip the base. Good call by the first base umpire, Chris Rutz, right there, and Oregon adds another.
Corey is now the 9th batter to come to the plate this inning for Oregon, now leading by a half dozen. We heard the manager for Pennsylvania, Ben Ludwig, talk about a team that's been down before, and then he calls on his son to come in from right field and pitch. Aidan has been to Williamsport before because Ben, told you the manager's father, he used to come here all the time, being from PA. Aidan fields this one. He'll go to first with it. Nice job by Burns, reaching up to grab it, coming back down on the bag for out number 2.
Nice job of Aidan, making sure he gets at least 1 out here. big thing, especially as a defensive player, is always know where you're going to go with the ball before you get it. That's one of the big things that I know my father always taught me, you know, always coming up is like, defensively, know what you're going to do as soon as that ball is hit to you beforehand.
Think about from a young age, you're just ingrained to yell that out. You're throwing up the fingers for how many outs and where the play is. Ezra Carlston, the batter. Good block by Kenny back there.
Look at some that he's kept in front of him. And it's not like it's everything. It's just low. He's having to go glove side, backside. This one, again, you can see. Watch him flip the glove. Flip the glove, and it's the only chance he's got right there. He gets enough of it to keep it right out in front. It's one thing to block it. It's another thing to block it in a spot that base runners can't go anywhere, and he's been doing both.
We got to make Kenny burgers like helmet stickers in football and just dish them out for a play like that.
He had a pretty full helmet pretty quick.
That's the exact reason why I didn't play catcher right there. All those balls in the dirt. And the fact that he's still able to glove them, that's what's cool to me. Such good reactions. I'd be taking him off the mask, taking him off the arm. I'd have some welts after these games. Not playing anymore, Mom.
That is the voice of former big leaguer Xavier Scruggs, admiring the work of Sean Kenny, the son of Dan, the grill master extraordinaire. Coaching staff said he gets the award for most compliments from opposing coaching staffs. Burns plucks this one. And the inning is over, but Oregon adds on. They tack on 5 in the 4th and lead by a half dozen against Pennsylvania. Welcome back to the Little League World Series on ESPN, presented by T-Mobile. Second day at the 74th Little League Baseball World Series in South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. We've got a team from Pennsylvania for the first time in 6 years. The guys from Upper Providence Little League squaring off with Lake Oswego, Oregon, as we go to the 5th inning. That's the Pennsylvania squad down by 6, but you heard their manager Ben Ludwig say, guys, we have been in this spot before. We got 2 more innings to get the offense going. They send up Matt Strom here, batting for the first time with the nickname Stromboli that has just come about. Facing Chase Kelly, 2-0. Matt's dad, Eric, he is the team photographer. He's been capturing great shots for him all summer. Not squaring this time, taking a strike.
Ethan Euchre back behind the plate, too, framing that one up. Moves all the way on the outside part, lets it get back to the point. Excuse me, Jackson Kaler back behind the plate now.
Stromboli being patient at the dish, working a deep count. Big focus for this team now in Pennsylvania is to just get base runners on. Find a way, no matter walk, base hit, whatever it is, hit by pitch, get on the bags.
Good cut there in the left, and that fades foul. Well, speaking of comebacks, Ben Ludwig alluded to this. This Pennsylvania team in the state tournament, they were in the losers bracket final, and they were down 5-0 in the first inning. They found a way to come back, and they have not lost since. losing the second game in the state tournament. They've won 9 in a row. A ton of elimination games in there as well. And how about this, AB from Strom working a walk?
Aggressive in the dirt,
Our Sunday night
Fastball,
baseball
you go.
game is the MLB Little League Classic from right here in Williamsport at historic Bowman Field, just 7 miles from where these kids are playing. The series finale between the Angels and Indians, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN with a special Kids Cast edition over on ESPN 2, and our coverage begins at 6 Eastern with baseball tonight's Sunday night countdown on ESPN and the app.
Okay, so, I mean, we all kind of become fans when we show up here again, just because of the environment. Everybody becomes a fan on Sunday. When the big leaguers start showing up and these kids see them, and I mean, they get a chance to meet, and who knows exactly what the process will be this year, but in years past, I mean, Josh Harrison was hanging out playing ping pong with guys, holding court in the stands. It's a great day for really the entire game. It's something these kids are never, ever going to forget. And you got to think, too, X. I mean, I don't know this for a fact. I would think for a lot of these kids, that's the first big league game they're ever going to see.
You're right. No, I remember being their age and having the first time that I met a big leaguer. Luckily, I played with Bruce Bochy's son, Brett Bochy, while I was a little leaguer.
Bowman on the ground to short. Corey will get one.
And during my time playing with him in Little League, I got the opportunity to go to Petco Park and see Tony Gwynn in person, one of my favorite players, and get to sit there and talk with him, and Ken Caminiti and some of those great guys that I loved watching growing up, watching the Padres in San Diego. So I just know how special that was for me, and it's going to be so much more special for them as well.
Joe Madden went down the hill a few years ago.
I was going to say, is he going to do it again?
I don't know. He's got a chance.
I'm waiting for Mike to go down the hill. He said he wanted to go down the hill earlier this week.
Today's the day, because you got a slick track today. This is, if you're going to go for the first time, today's the day.
You know, we got the inside scoop on the key to success last night at dinner from Sebastian Salazar. How you get the speed ramped up. Sam Buckley lofts this one to right, and Ellis Bain makes the play. Jalen Bowman tags, and there's 2 down.
Guys, I don't have much expertise, but there is one field where I'm just especially qualified to speak in, and that is the slide down the hill at Lamedy. I'll remind you, I'm the 2019 sideline reporting slide down champ, where I defeated Julie Foudy in convincing fashion. And really the secret is, and I'm admitting this on national TV now, is I may have cheated a little bit. Well, maybe not cheated, but I just didn't share all the information with Julie before the race. You know, she was busy, you know, probably working, and I was up there having fun with the kids, and I see all these kids breaking out wax and waxing the bottom of their boards. So I borrowed some wax, slipped it on, crushed Julie in the race, and a year or 2 years later now, I'm okay to admit it.
Now America knows what really happened.
Sebastian, does Julie know this, or is she hearing this for the first time right now?
I have not admitted it to her. I may have said something on social media, but I don't think watch out. I don't think I exactly admitted it as I just have. Not a cheater, just taking advantage of the situation.
Yes, industrious. That's all that is.
So it's not a banned substance.
No.
All the kids are using it.
Yeah. That's always a great excuse. Everybody else is doing it.
0-2 on Tommy Sergio batting for Pennsylvania here.
Those kids don't use that excuse these days.
That one stopped.
Can we get Ohtani going down the hill?
Oh, man.
Yeah, you want to see an entire fan base hold their breath.
An entire world that's up high to Sergio.
Rizzo did it. Chris Bryant did it. I'm trying to think. It was the kind, really all these teams, all the teams that have been here have embraced it so much. It's fun.
Now, are you supposed to go head first or feet first? What is the
Personal
proper
preference.
etiquette?
Personal preference.
Big time off speed from Chase Kelly. He is fired up coming off the bump.
Be a losing effort.
How many people were questioning whether or not Kevin Love was 12?
Yeah. Sure, that one came up. Did you drive here? That was always the... No.
My parents learned pretty quick. Carry the birth certificate.
That's right.
A few years before this Little League came here to Williamsport in 2007. Lake Oswego that year went all the way to the U.S. semifinals. They're up a half dozen. Sun's coming back out here at Volunteer Stadium. And the batter here, Beckett Hare.
That makes me think, what are the chances one of these teams has 2 NBA players on it later
right
on? Yeah, that's crazy.
Good looking breaking ball from Aidan Ludwig. Snapping one off for a strikeout, the first out in the home half of the 5th.
Take velocity off this one too. Backdoor breaking ball, and it's got to be a good 10 to 15 miles an hour less than his fastball, which is a good thing. Great job of getting over the top of that. Had just enough glove side movement to come over and catch the outside part of the plate.
Brings up Cole Sturgeon here for Oregon. On the ground to third, Tommy Sergio, 2 down. X, back to your question. And KP, we were talking about this before we even came on the air. Like, there are some kids when you come here, you can just tell that it looks different, and you're watching someone who's going to have a really good career.
Movements. You know, I think specifically movements on the infield. When you see a shortstop or a second baseman make a move to make a play, and just then what it looks like to throw to first base, like, that's projectable. I mean, you're going to get older and grow, but there's certain moves that if you can make that type of a movement, and we were talking about, like, it's out of the corner of your eye, you're like, that looks like the way that a major leaguer moves. It's just a little bit smaller right now. I was talking about, I mean, seeing Devin Travis 15, 20 years ago, whatever it was. Devin Travis looked different when he was at this age. Jonathan Scope looked different when they were at this age. We've seen some of those here this week already.
Same thing for the different sound off the bat, some of these kids. I'm like, man, they're a step ahead, some of them.
Ryan Warhank, the batter. Tim Kirchin came in today, and he was still talking about Hawaii's shortstop from yesterday, Keikoa Painao. In the air, shallow center. Judge Schubert comes on and makes the diving play.
Schubert coming in hot. What a great catch right there. Got to get another look at this one, my man. Schubert, as soon as that ball's hit off the bat, he's coming in. He sees it early. Hat off, flows coming off. He's got the glasses. That's what we call a top play right there. What a snag.
Tasty and waffly.
Drop a waffly on him? Did I hear that? I love that.
You might catch him on the Food Network, the way he's able to describe food like that.
Waffly.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
I almost threw the headset off and started running down to the concessions at that point.
Deliciousness.
X,
we had earlier.
Best thing you've had here yet?
I haven't dabbled yet. No, I haven't dabbled yet. Because I'm trying to pace myself, because I don't want to start hitting the junk food now and then I'm not feeling good toward the end of the week.
Yeah, we got another game, man, coming tonight. It'll be the 3rd game of the day that we have back here at Volunteer Stadium. You saw game 2 of the day is coming up top of the hour.
KP, what's the best thing you've had here?
Shrimp gaeta at Franco's last night. It was phenomenal.
Aidan Ludwig grounds this to short. Crew Corey plays deep because he's got the arm, and Robertson's got the pick. How about that?
Everybody in the infield coming to dap him up. They know how big that play is right there. Check out the throw here. Robertson head down on, stays with that ball right there. And as a first baseman, I know how tough this one can be. That's almost an in-betweener, but look at the way he keeps his head behind the glove and stays right on that ball. That's a nice job. Didn't pick his head up at all, didn't close his eyes. Perfect job.
End of the last half inning, Jude Schubert made that outstanding catch in center. And now for Oregon, Corey and Robertson combine on that for the first out in the top of the 6th, with Pennsylvania down by 6 runs to Oregon and just a couple outs left to play with. And it's quickly 0-2 on Blaze DeSanto out of the left arm of Chase Kelly. Kelly's 0-2. Up and away. Next game, by the way, you saw Florida and Michigan. Ravi, Tim Kirkjian, Jess Mendoza, and Julie Foudy will have the call for that. Kelly's got Oregon 1 out away from a win.
Why would your kids need a Greenlight debit card? Imagine a debit card and app designed to help them develop healthy financial habits, to teach them how to save and encourage them to set their own goals. Now imagine the difference it could make in their lives, in their futures. Greenlight.
Kelly's loving it out there, guys. Why not?
Got his arms extended. He's trying to get the crowd more into it.
He gets strike 1 on Cooper Fanero.
He was breaking that thing off right there. Early in the count, late in the count. You know what his go-to pitch is right there, that big hook.
He's the son of the manager, Chris Kelly. Loser of this game plays tomorrow, final game of the day, against the loser of South Dakota and Louisiana, as Fanero gets plunked and gets aboard here.
If you're Pennsylvania here, you're looking for momentum, right? Whether it be for this game or for the next game, just something to take you, something positive away from this game and moving forward into the next ones.
All right, so just keep throwing to contact. All right, let them put the ball on the ground. Let your defense work. You're just doing such a good job right now. Have full confidence in you. Just go, right? Just pitch to contact. Let your defense work. Go have fun.
The natural-born right-hander who taught himself how to throw lefty. And he's been looking good, as Tony Sturgeon, one of the coaches of this Oregon team, told him. Trying to get the final out here in Oregon and Pennsylvania's first game here in the Little League World Series. Jack Straminsky is the batter for Pennsylvania. Two-0 pitch. 3-0. Some good takes here from these Pennsylvania hitters. Kelly deals. Comes back with a swinging strike. Cutting away on 3-0.
Looking to get his hack off. He's not taking.
Three and two. Kelly deals. Ball 4, and there's 2 on here for Pennsylvania with 1 out left to play with.
I think if you're Pennsylvania right now, you're just saying, get us to the top of the order. Get us back to the top of the order, and let's see if the big boys that have done so much damage this year could get one more shot.
With the pitch count at 37.
It's wonderful.
Kelly's coming out.
Great job. I got to pull you at pitch count. All right, let you finish. All right. All right, go get your first baseman's glove. All right, hey just go pitch to contact here, buddy. All right, you're a ground ball, Ethan. Go get him. All right, here we go. Yeah.
So pitching change here for Oregon. They've got the lead as we welcome you back up here at Volunteer Stadium. Kyle Peterson, Xavier Scruggs, Mike Monaco with you, and this Oregon team's been impressive.
Yeah, they've been outstanding. Ben Robertson was great on the mound and then hits one out of sight that he knew right away when it came off the bat. And the reaction led me to believe that he's done that before. I mean, we've got the high finish and the bat flip, and that's the difference right now. That's been enough, but actually it's been pretty complete for the kids from Oregon.
Yeah, the Oregon team, it's just incredible to see how athletic these guys are. They can move around in the infield, play different positions, pitch. And the one great thing that they do is they all put the ball in play. And I thought the base running was really important today, and they took advantage of a lot of opportunities.
They've had a few different arms on the bump as well, whether it's been Robertson or Kelly, and now making a move again. And it adds up to a pretty good performance so far from this Oregon squad, squaring off with Pennsylvania. And we still got a whole lot more baseball coming your way today. You get a look at Florida and Michigan getting ready for the next game. Palm City, Florida, Taylor, Michigan, which has such great Little League history. That game is coming up at Lamade Stadium. As KP said, this Pennsylvania team just trying to extend this game and get it back to the top of the lineup. Ethan Euchre is the new pitcher. This guy started the game at catcher, and this is now the third different spot he's been in. A multi-sport guy, Ryan McVeigh. 2 strikes on him. One, two. Good job staying alive there. Euchre comes home again. Hit hard to second. And that does it. Oregon takes down Pennsylvania 8-2. Heck of a performance for the guys from Lake Oswego.